What up, peoples? Mr. Anomaly coming at you again another day with Mr. A. Happy A Day, y'all. More imprint talk. More imprint talk. This one here, wisdom versus experience. And, I'm doing another piggyback off PG on this. And the only reason I'm doing this, I don't even listen to them like I used to. And I just happened to click on this video. Lo and behold, talking points literally reaffirmed. We're gonna be we cooking with gas, y'all. We cooking with gas on this one. We're gonna be dropping some gems.
Gas.
Gotta play it, y'all. We cooking with gas again, y'all. Cooking with gas.
Cooking with gas.
Cooking with gas.
We all cook better when we're cooking with gas.
Gas is so hot it's not on when it's off. It's the only way to cook. That's what I was taught. Now here's a fact you should have to know to pass. 9 out of 10 chefs only cook with gas. Why is that to say? Can I cook my way? The benefits of that will really make your day. So listen, class, because we're gonna go fast. Here are all of the reasons you should cook with gas.
Cooking with gas, y'all. Reason why I wanted to do this one, like I said, I'm doing some personal stuff, man. But I really wanted to share this one. Like I said, y'all clicked on my face. Pretty much just thinking out loud on this channel. 2026 onward, y'all seeing things are being exposed. The Epstein files. I still haven't really roasted Babylon like I wanted to. I've been calling this out since 2020, over 20 years. I just love how all this stuff's being revealed. And one thing that always irked me in this space, especially whenever everybody, the whole quote unquote red pill blew up, and everybody called themselves, "Oh, I'm red pill now. I understand how to sleep around. I understand how to get women." And it was always this attitude that you need to go out here and you need to bang as many women as possible to get the experience. Kind of similar to the women. You need to go out there and experience, go out there and go on the CC, getting all the sausages before you settle down. Once you go out there and do all that, then you'll be ready to settle down and lock in and be able to make it last forever, ever and ever and ever and ever. I was always like,
that's the gayest shit I ever heard.
every time I hear all these cats, all these popular content creators promoting that and admiring them, you out there and bang 50 women. And I just always disagree with that. And one of the reasons I mess with PG and cats like BOA, because they were like the only few people that talked about not going out here trying to have sex first. Cultivate inward. Pretty much what I was already, pretty much my philosophy as well. That's why I flock towards these guys. Like I said, there's only a handful of people I listen to. I don't even listen to many people anymore, man. Pick a philosophy and go with it. But I can tell you a couple of 3 things about this. Not having any skin in the game, cultivating inward, and I'm gonna let PG go in. Like I said, I'm gonna piggyback off of him. I'm gonna amplify the message with my anecdotal experiences here. Here we go.
What's your opinion about how many women a man should experience before he can refer to himself as actually having experience?
And again, this is Ron Wills too. Some of y'all may or may not know Ron Wills. He's been in the black portion of the space, the dating coach space. I used to listen to him a little bit back in the day, but this is where I always disagreed with him. But again, like I said, I just chew the meat, spit out the bone. I got a few bits of wisdom from him, but this is I just disagree with this philosophy, man. But we'll get into it.
The sort of a man should experience before he can refer to himself as actually having experience. One of the sort of running numbers in these various spheres is between like 30 and 50. What's your opinion on that?
I would say that because you're dealing with different women, even though I talk about on my page tribe, a tribe is just the type of woman that a particular man gets, but no matter what, they still gonna be different. I don't care how much they look alike, what their social class is. They might have some similarities, but they all gonna be different. And I would say that you would have, as a man, you would definitely have to have multiple women. You would definitely have to, before you have real experience. Because if you have one woman, yeah, you dealing with her, but then the next one, you don't care how much she is like the first one, she's gonna have some different stuff. And as a man who, well, I've been out with multiple women, dealt with multiple women, they just gonna give you different things. They gonna give you different things, and really to really understand women, you really have to date a lot. I would say 30 to 50. Really, for a lot of men, they deal with more than 10. Because the average man out here is honestly gonna get with 5 women in his lifetime. The average man. Now, if you're talking about you want to call yourself a player, you want to call yourself Mr. Goodbar, ASP, whatever you want to term you want to use, then you're talking about at least 30.
It's your boy want to be out there pimp garbage.
So they just putting hypothetical numbers on this. Again, guys, this stuff right here, it's all fugazi, just like romance. Oh, 30. Well, once you bang 30, now you're there. Okay. And again, before we even get into all this has always been my issue with it. Who's the center point? Who is the gatekeeper of this so-called illumination? The freaking woman. And we already know if you're a decentered man and that is your goal, we already know this is where we're going with this. And again, proof's in the pudding, because you guys are seeing all these dating coaches getting exposed, Andrew Tate getting his ass whooped, acting like a jackass, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, all this stuff's being exposed. The truth is coming out, man. Corey Holcomb, that dude tripping, man. All this stuff's being exposed out here. The fakeness is being exposed, bro. Real talk, man. I was always shaking my head every time I hear cats say that. I'm like, you're pretty much damning. You're telling dudes go out here and completely decentered, don't know who the hell they are, go out here and follow this indoctrination. And is it a wonder? Is it a wonder the soul ties? Is it a wonder why people out here are lost, man? Let's continue.
Your mama should have told you. The fact is, the average dude is going to be swiped left on by most females. And most women don't choose the right man. Most bitches actually choose options over the right man. Now, the right man is not a good man, right? A good man is really a man who has boundaries. A good man is a man who has purpose, mission, and passion. And those things come before a woman.
I mean, it's pretty simple, man. It's pretty simple. Who the hell are you? Rules, principles, and standards. Yes, it's going to cost you the woman. It doesn't matter. The having your shit together on the fund, that's my whole point right there, man. The financial thing, man. The rules, principles, and standards, I'm not worried about that in the slightest, man. Like I said again, the way I see the world and stuff, man. But yeah, I mean, this stuff isn't rocket science. But again, if the purpose is a woman, it's going to be confusing. And that's what society wants. But let's continue.
Always. A good man knows that his offspring represents his legacy, not hers. And a good man is always ready and willing to walk away, because love requires him to. The opposite of that is called possession. And possession is not love. Possession is coming from lack. But to stay on the topic, if you want to understand women, right, then you have to make yourself a student of them. Now, I want to drop some game before I go on, because I want to build on this thought right here. Most people think that experience, I done dealt with 11 bitches. Most people think that experience, I had 3 bitches in the whole.
This is the core of society. This is the core of society. The programming is strong. I always pull back and ask questions because this world promotes certain things, especially at a young age. I'm like, why is this world promoting this at such a young age? There's a reason for this. They want you spiritually anchored, spiritually tethered to this Babylonian energy, the pedophile island energy, which is everything we consume, television, media. It's all a production of that. I got to go on my Babylonian rant, but there's a reason for all this.
In the hotel last night, most people think that experience. Y'all had 3 bitches in the hotel last night. Most people think that experience is the best teacher, when in many cases it's just the hardest. Wisdom is actually the best teacher. Wisdom is the proper application of knowledge. So just because you experience 11 bitches, right? What did you really take away from that? A lot of dudes deal with a lot of bitches, but they in a vicious Twilight Zone cycle.
What did you take away from that? Because more than likely you had to give something up to get those women. And again, the reason why I keep talking about some of these quote unquote dating coaches, I'm not said before I say it again, learn a little bit from the guy, but this is the core message of a lot of these dating coaches. Most of them can't be up front. You got to play the game. You got to mold yourself. You got to bend a certain way. Most men do. I don't care about the Pookies, the Ted Bundys, and the Richard Ramirez's that are natural. 99% of dudes aren't. So most guys are the opposite. They got to play the game. And we live in this day and age and in this space that somehow men who do that are up here and men who don't do that are down here. I never personally agreed with that from balls to bone. And again, I come with this raw truth. I'm coping. Get the fuck out of here, man. I never held that in high regard my entire life. Dudes who, like, you talk about, I'm fucking all these hoes, I'm banging this, I'm fucking this, and I'm up. It's like, I never believed that. And the person people that talk like that, in truth, they know it as well. And I hung around cats like that growing up. And again, and I never wavered from that. And I remember I grew up one dude, Pookie, Control C, Control V, downloading all the Tupac and all that bullshit, and just literally carbon copy on the external personality. Went through his fair share of Jezebels. I won't lie, he was a known player and all that. But again, just a complete carbon copy of a Babylonian male. I could tell, growing up, I could tell that he kind of resented me because I never followed the crowd. And he was one of these where I fuck a lot of women, but he knew and I knew that you ain't up here. It's quite the opposite. And he always, it's kind of hard to explain, man, but it's like he always gave me this look, like, you know what I'm saying? And now, older guy, 46 now, years later, dude aged horribly. Child support, drama. So, I mean, naturally, I always was able to see this. Like, you talk about wisdom. I don't know, man, I just naturally been connected with the Most High. Reading Proverbs all the time growing up, man. I always said I'm always going to be at Wisdom's banquet, chilling, getting all that knowledge.
And their unconscious mind, which is the body, is controlling this whack cycle that they're in. So they never really grow. Experience don't necessarily equate to wisdom.
Like, seriously, like, what are you taking away when you got to do stuff like this?
But I understand some of you young guys might not get it as much as somebody who's over 27, right? But understand this right here.
You either paying for it or you doing this, quote unquote, running game. And what does this world talk about? Running game, like that's a noble badge of honor. Like I'm running game to get a bunch of bodies. I've always been saying that you show me a man with a high body count, I will show you a man of the world. This is why I talk the way I talk. We all fuck the same hoes. The Richard Ramirez's, the Ted Bundys, the Pookies, the similarities, the men and the women alike, connecting all the dots. This is all connected, bro. People who are decentered, searching for something instead of looking internal. It leaves a mark on you, bro. We gonna keep looping it back, man. That's pretty much where we're going with this again.
guys shame me for not being direct with this. I wouldn't get no ass if I didn't come up with my catchphrase about I'm open to it if the right person comes along, but I don't rush. Guys, I would never get no ass.
You got to play the game, but this is somehow noble. Again, I'm just reflecting and asking questions. Alpha male. Who do people flock towards? Who do people donate to? Who do people aspire to be? Who do people mold themselves? I'm asking questions, generally speaking. Is it a wonder why everybody's so pacified and easily programmed? Popping out kids. I'm so lucky to have her. She's the boss. She's my everything. And you building kids under that goddamn energy.
Because every goddamn girl is stating this shit from the get-go now. Is a bitch wrote a book that's very popular called Hardball that basically teaching women how to be direct and ask this shit on the first date. I ain't gonna be no ethical motherfucker around here jerking off every night with my ethicals. Oh, fuck that bullshit. So you goddamn right. I'ma keep screaming their ass on until they put me in the ground. You goddamn right. Moral motherfuckers.
I love it. What are you taking away from that? And again, the reason why I'm playing that is because he's alpha, right? He's doing it, the average man's doing it. You're either tricking, leading with your wallet, or selling your soul, doing it that way. That's why that stuff don't work out long term. Because it's falseness. I love hearing my talking points reaffirmed, man. Let's keep going.
Experience don't necessarily equate to wisdom. So I'm bringing another angle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying what's right or what's wrong. I'm just bringing another angle, which I like to do. And that is, if you want to understand women, right, you don't have to look at the dude that has a baddie on his arm as being in a better position than you.
If you're a man that does, there's nothing I can do for you. There are men that will look at a man with a baddie and say that guy is in a grandiose position than I am. The video I did the other day, dude, mental health so much. He wants woman so much and ain't getting it. It's fucking with his man. It's messing with his mind. This don't apply, man.
Because attention is something that you can pay for. And I don't want attention from a bitch that I have to pay for. I don't want attention from a female that I have to pay for. I want attraction that I don't have to pay for.
That's fair. A lot of guys are like that. You want attraction. You want genuine affection. You're not going to have a rotation of women. You're not going to have a rotation. You have to ask yourself what you want. If you want to have a high-ass body count, show me a man with a high-ass body count. I will show you a man that has to sell his soul to get him. That's where we are, man. What do you want? What do you want from them, man? Dudes have to ask themselves this question.
I don't want attention from a female that I have to pay for. I want attraction that I don't have to pay for.
That's going to take longer. That's going to take longer. And again, if you're lucky, one, maybe two. And she may not be a quote-unquote baddie either. Dudes want a baddie that be online and that to be jerking off to be loyal to them and them only. That's most dudes aren't going to get that. Genuine affection. How can she be genuinely attracted to you? She's already been imprinted by Ted Bundy, Richard Ramirez, and Pookie. She's already been imprinted. You would have to be Pookie adjacent, Ted Bundy adjacent, Rich Ramirez adjacent. And a lot of guys will download those courses just to have at bats with these women. But you want genuine affection, genuine attraction? If you're a man that's centered and have all your shit together, and you have a reflection of that, how many women are going to match you in this world we live in? If you were a man that's hitting on all points like this, do you really want to walk that path? Because again, if you truly are walking that path, it's going to be a very, very, very small circle.
And there's a difference between attention and attraction. The best way to understand women is to make yourself a student of them. That doesn't mean you have to experience them. You dealt with 11 women and you tried to fuck them all. That's a juvenile male, to me.
Sahu. And again, if you're trying to bang a bunch of women in a where you're not spending money, good luck there. You're gonna have to play the game. You're gonna have to sell your soul. What do you want women for? That's why I say you got to be honest with yourself. What are you after? And again, shout out to AMS. He admits that he's a sleazeball. He admits that he's a whore. At least admit that you're a whore. Cats like that don't want one women like Ron Wills with that mentality. Just admit that you're a whore. I would respect you more if you admitted you're a whore. Tell them up front that's what you are, and see how that works out. Dudes won't though. Just admit you're a whore. No, just own it. I say I'll have 3. Otherwise, I stay with myself. I'm cool. I can own that, man. I'm just rambling.
Concerned as a juvenile male. When I was a child, the Bible says, I fucked as a child. The juvenile male is trying to fuck her body, but the developed man is trying to fuck her mind.
It never, this stuff resonates with me, man. I said before, I'll say it again. I don't tell y'all everything. He's actually giving a lot of game right here. I've had women fall in love with me and I didn't even touch them. I didn't even say nothing to them. What he's about to talk about right here, I can bear witness to this. This stuff is all spiritual, but who are you? A lot of guys like Pookie and Chad's concubines, women of the streets. I never liked that. Even growing up in the 90s. That's why I said this stuff right here resonates with me. Even as a young man growing up, I was always able to avoid women like this. I never liked women of the streets. Growing up around cats, getting some pussy, get some. That's why I always hated going to clubs and bars and all that. And I see why now. I see why. I was always able to see society's bullcrap even when I was young. Now it's super easy to spot. But even back then, I was able to see it. I was always had that wisdom, man. Watching cats be court jesters, sell their souls for women that are already married to other men. I was always pulling back, like, you need to get some pussy. Why? I'm not saying I'm a saint. You just jerk off all the time. But why? Get some pussy. What's that going to do? What am I going to gain? What kind of illumination am I going to get? Again, I never base my manhood on that. A lot of guys do, though.
Mic drop. Fuck up a child. The Bible says, I fucked as a child. The juvenile male is trying to fuck her body, but the developed man is trying to fuck her mind. Mic drop.
And that's why I talk about the hitting the bottom, the penis size and all that. That shit don't matter. If you're trying to do it in the juvenile male, you're trying to entertain her in that capacity, again, it's going to cost me the woman ass ninjas. We've already established the basis of most relationships between men and women. It's going to cost me the woman. That lets you know right there. Dudes are selling their soul. Dudes are being something they're not to get women, generally speaking. I'm not talking about the dudes that don't got to do all that. That's where we are, man. That's just my opinion.
So physically experiencing 11 women, right? You might see a dude with a baddie, but it's better him than you because of what he's dealing with in that. And if he's leading with his wallet, bless his heart, you know what I'm saying? Then where's the real attraction?
I really think dudes hype up sex and hype up women because they know, deep down they know. Like you said, if you're dealing with a woman, if you're not her first choice, she's your worst choice. And dudes, like I said, you see guys with baddies and all that. It's like there's a price tag with that. That comes with the price tag. You know, it's like dudes want these these quote unquote baddies, it's like that woman has a certain lifestyle. And especially if she's not, the cooter's not getting wet on a natural, just naturally just getting turned on by you, which more than likely is not going to happen. You're going to pay big time.
No, it's not attraction, it's attention. And he's buying that. Don't be the guy that buys attention. You don't always have to experience a bitch to be able to read women. One way to do that is when you're in a public place where it's going to be a lot of people. Just watch. This is not a sideline game. It sounds like it is, but it's not. Watch. Right? And here is the secret to what you're watching from a master. Women are energy. That's the secret. That'll help you find the whiz behind the curtain, behind the mask, behind the veil that she wears. I don't see, right, women. Oh, so many women. No, I see energy. And some energy is the type of energy that you want to keep the fuck out of your life, regardless of the package that it's in.
Guys, this stuff resonates with me. I say it all the time. I see zeros and ones. It's like post-nut clarity for me now. I can sense energy. The reason why I get up here talking shit as well is because I know what type of energy I like. I know what kind of women I like. 100% certainty. I've been doing this a long time. I'm a master at this, by the way. I don't have to say anything anymore at this point. I can smell them. Men and women alike. This is why I talk the way I talk. We all fuck the same hoes. And printed by Pookie and printed by Ted Bundy and printed by Rich Ramirez. There's an energy there. Men who sell their souls. There's the brand of Babylon. You're tainting yourself. This is the stuff is all energy. We all fuck the same hoes. The community. Get some pussy, nigga. It's all connected. And you can start to, once you pull back and analyze, you can start to see it in people. I said before, I'll say it again. Like he talked about people watch. I like to watch people at grocery stores. I really like go to like a Walmart or something. Just people watch. I love people watching at Walmart, man. And 9 times out of 10, most relationships I see, the woman's running it. You can tell the way she's leading, the guy's following. 9 times out of 10. He's giving you some game right here. You can just watch people, analyze, feel their spirits. This stuff is real, bro. Like I said before, I say it again, I had women fall in love with me not saying anything. That one gig I was at, man, people was looking at me, dudes was hating and stuff. Once you start flowing, man,
observe females as energy and peep the energy of a female and look at couples. She walking on in front of his ass. She a baddie, but she walking on in front of his ass. He looking at that ass while he walking down the mall. He mesmerized and shit. But she don't respect him. I was in Tyson's too. Nothing but high-end stores in that mall. All of the stores are high-end. Right? For the most part, it's all brands. And so I saw a bitch leaving out of one high-end brand, walking across the hallway into Chanel, and she was way in front of her dude. And he had that slow, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm paying for everything, I got it, I got you. He tagging along, he got that, you know, that slow hustler walk. The hustler walk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a hustler walk where, you know.
It's always funny watching normie dudes thinking they doing something. A few times I used to go out to clubs and bars watching the guys thinking they doing something, tricking the most, spending the most money, thinking they winning, shaking my head like, bro, come on, man. I remember I was watching this one cat at the gig I was at, hollering at this one. The woman was literally walking, like completely just disrespecting the dude. He was trying to holler at her. She walking just straight, like 5-10 paces ahead of him, just walking straight, like, yeah. And he just trying to holler. I'm like, bro, like, obvious signs, man. Dudes will still just completely ignore the obvious signs, man. I remember I was posted up outside one day, man. I was just up there, had my headphones on, just looking at the ambiance. There was this one sister came walking outside, and she had this simp talking to her, and she walked in front of me. She did this on purpose. She was walking in front of me, and she looked back, and she bent over. She did it a couple of times. She kept looking back, and she bent over in front of me. And the simp just talking, just to talking, just to talk. I'm like, bro. I remember I'm just up here just chilling. I'm like, how are you not seeing what she's doing? It is obvious what she is doing. Look back, bend it over in front of your boy. And this simp just to talking, just to talking. She did it a couple of times and walked right back into the office, and the simp just talking, following her. I'm like, bro, how are y'all not seeing this stuff, man? Women, spirit and subtle. Spirit and subtle. That's why I be telling these dudes, be getting involved in these relationships with women that ain't there at the very beginning. It's like, you can tell, bro, that woman's not into you. But dudes, again, I'm so upset I'm not getting a woman that is messing with mental health. We live in a society that has successfully crafted masculinity through the women. The woman's the gatekeeper of manhood. And again, there ain't nothing I can do if you're a man that believes that. You can say it till you blue in the face, but a lot of guys have drunk the Babylonian Kool-Aid. Look at who do guys flock towards? Who do guys donate to? Who do guys prop up? Pearl, the queen of the manosphere. I said before, I say it again. Pearl. I saw her on that damn debate. She looked damn near retarded. That woman chewed her up and spit her out during that debate. All she can do is just copy paste what she regurgitated in this space. Dudes lifted her up, the queen of the manosphere. All I'm saying is you guys are seeing the energy that's out there. This stuff, generally speaking, dudes this is how I see it. Is that too pessimistic? Am I just crazy over here? This is how I see it, man.
A grip on him, you know what I'm saying? And he just following behind her while she's going into different stores and shit, but he tagging along. That's not respect. What kind of energy is that? She might have got a fat ass, but that ain't no energy I want to fuck with. I want him to have it. Like I told a dude one time, I said, I want you to have the bitches. That way I'll always have a job. As long as niggas deal with bitches, they gon' need advice. I want the ladies. I want you to have the bitches. You see what I'm saying? So, but if you learn how to observe women, observe them, watch them, right?
Roy Masters said something similar to that. Y'all bear with me a second here, man. Roy Masters said something similar about desire. That just popped in my head. Let me see if I can find him real quick. We're doing this on the fly. Where are you at? Let me see if I can. I just thought about this, man. Let me see. Where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at?
Overreact to a woman's love. You come down. Love is very violent.
Hold up,
caring for the woman. They're just a reflection of a woman's confusion. She becomes ornery and mean and stubborn, addicted to love and addicted to hate as a get sex. What does sex mean to a woman? Well, at least they'll get an energy is given off to the woman. The excitement of a man feel. Women tend to become addicted to the failing of a man and it's the only fulfillment they get. They draw something from his weakness.
Failing from a man.
So it feels like she's strong when a man is weak. So women can tend to encourage a man's weakness for her own sense of false security. To the woman, the excitement of a man failing feeds the ego of a woman, just like a drug addict gives off his money. Men give off an energy when women feel. Women tend to become addicted to the failing of a man and it's the only fulfillment they get. They draw something from his weakness.
I wasn't even going to go there, but yeah, that's pretty much the core of relationships, dating. Addicted to a man failing. This woman's already imprinted by a man that viewed her like she ain't shit. And here this dude coming up here, ice skating uphill, trying to fall on his own sword to win her over. That wasn't the clip that I was trying to play. He had played, he basically mentioned the same thing. You can either Because dudes out there desire the touch, desire desire the pussy, desire the woman. You can either be that type of man, or you can be the man who could sit back and observe them. Dang it, I don't got it. I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can find that, man. Let me continue. My bad.
Can pick up on the different energies, right? The vibrational frequencies, right? Then you can pick up on the different energies, right? The vibrational frequencies of different rods. Just the way that they are, the way they carry themselves, the way they this, the way they order their food. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do the prime rib, you know what I'm saying? I had the this and that.
And this is what I talk about hot box tunnel vision. I use these words all deliberately. Hot box tunnel vision, you completely just focusing in on the physicality and ignoring all the spiritual warnings. The freaking red flags. Again, you can sense their energy, bro. I'm at the point right now, like I said again, you can tell women that have been out here in the streets, and based on my experience, I can tell women there's a different energy between a woman who is in a stable marriage or out here in the streets getting throttled, getting all the sausages. There is a night and day difference. I like the woman that's in a stable marriage. Not in a lustful way, not in a coveting like I want her type manner, but I appreciate that energy. There's a completely different energy between a woman like that and a woman who's out here who's going through hell, riding a CC, situationships, getting drained. I like the women that are in stable relationships. But again, if you're a dude who's lonely, that's why I be getting on dudes' asses who be hyping up sex, hyping up women, because you're dudes out here just gonna be victims of the system. Hook, line, and sinker. Wanting women so much that it's messing with my mental health, bro. I can't even fathom desiring or coveting something that much to where it's physically manifesting itself and hurting me physically. Again, the stuff is spirit, man.
Last week, that was really good. Yeah, but last week she wasn't with this nigga sitting across from her. She was with another nigga, but that's besides the point. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try the prime rib, you know what I'm saying? I take a glass of Chardonnay, you know, whatever the fuck. Silly hoe. And this, that, and the third, but what is the energy? You looking at the bitch body and her, and you thinking you want a bad bitch. But that's just it. Most bad bitches got bad energy. They're right and correct in calling themselves, I'm a bad bitch. Exactly.
Literally speaking curses on themselves. And I don't think that's an accident. And I said before, I'll say it again, and I know I say that a lot, but if you're connected, you can see through the bull crap. This woman right here makes me think of this.
It's not a good thing. That's what they say, right? High body count for women is not a good thing. That's what they say, right? High body count, not good, not good. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. But I will tell you one thing. Why are you telling them your body count?
Doesn't matter. That's what I'm talking about. Asking body count is pointless. You can tell women like this. Let me finish.
Are you in an interrogation? What's happening? What's happening that you're so liberal with your life and your past? Have some mystery, have some mystique, baby, if you choose to go on the train.
This is a woman who's been in the streets dealing with cats who tell her what she wants to hear to sleep with her. The same energy, and they're basically doing the same thing.
Sleeping with every man, and then you regret it. Just don't tell anyone. You don't have to. No one will know. Okay? Now, probably a better solution with your life and your past. Have some mystery, have some mystique, baby, if you choose to go on the train of sleeping with every man, and then you regret it. Just don't tell anyone. You don't have to. No one will know.
Oh, quite the opposite, my dear 304. This is what I talk about the spirit. You heard what she just said. Ride the CC and then lie about it. You can't fake that. The only person that'll work on is a decentered man who thinks he ain't shit without a woman. You can spot women like this a mile away. I'm not even worried about women. This woman literally said lie about body count. That's why I said dudes asking about body count, but you have no spiritual connection. You don't got to do all that. No words need to be spoken. I can eyeball women like that a mile away. That crap won't work on me. And again, that goes back to my sub. Talk about when you're pursuing a woman and she gives you feign, she's lying to you, giving you feigned affection. You can spot that. You can spot that. That's deception. That's the deception skill tree. That's the dark side of the force. You can sense it. If you're not lusting so much and you're not lonely, you can smell it a mile away. Just like she can tell you, hello, my name is Mr. Gump. You can tell, hello, my name is Mr. 304. Mrs. 304. You can spot them.
Now, probably a better solution is to be more.
God dang it.
Now, probably a better solution is to be more decisive with who you sleep with. I agree with that. If you watch my channel, you will know that.
After the fact.
Because we don't let anybody in. We don't.
After the fact.
Just let anybody in. I'm very big on that. But if we've made that mistake, who's asking you? Who is asking you?
This just goes to show you. This woman's a dating coach, by the way. It's an older video, but it still stands because nothing's changed. The spirit's still out there. They think that you can't tell. You can't tell a woman who's... Yes, you can. Now, y'all too used to dealing with these thirsty-ass dudes out here, but yeah, you can spot them. These women a mile away. That crap doesn't work. That does not work. And this is the importance of the internal cultivation. This is the core of my message. I can tell you a couple of things. This is pretty much my lifestyle. I'm so good now, I can eyeball most people. That's why they get quiet around me, because I'm not going to pretend. I would literally have to download the Babylonian dunce hat and accept. Like I can't do it, y'all. I don't know what it is in me. I can't do it. I would have to accept that she's up here and I'm down here. I would have to be listening to normies and man, seriously, bro.
Go fuck yourself.
That's just how I see it, y'all.
Stay your ass over there. I don't want bad energy in my life. Look at hoes as energy. Right? Take yourself to public places and study them.
You got to ask yourself what you want. Or do you want the energy of the streets? Do you want Pookie and Ted Bundy's concubine? Don't lie to yourself. And again, dudes want to go out here on dates. You really want to fuck them, but you want to sit up here and nice guy. You want a nice guy your way and hope that will cause her to genuinely want. What are you after? It's very important. You have to ask yourself these questions because, again, if you want a high rotation of women, you're going to have to tell them what they want to hear. Or you're going to have to cheat. You got to do all the above. Trick, tell them what they want to hear. You got to do all that. What do you want? What are you after? That's something every man has to ask themselves.
I'm not saying don't speak to someone else. I'm not saying don't, speak or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Always work on yourself. And everything that you do to improve yourself, don't do it to attract females. Anything that you desire in the universe is an admittance that you don't have. And everything that you do to improve yourself, don't do it to attract females. And everything that you do to improve yourself, don't do it to attract females.
If that's your core reasoning, everything you're doing is counterfeit. Everything you achieve is counterfeit. If that is your core reasoning to do what you're doing, that's the energy behind that. It's counterfeit. The woman is your end game. Don't do it for a woman. Do it for you. What type of society we live in? A lot of guys are checking out. A lot of guys are checking out because the idea that they were sold on romance and the family and love isn't there. So men don't have a reason to achieve, a reason to pursue, a reason to grow. Because the woman has to be that reasoning. Hey man, I don't know where we headed in society. I'm just calling it how I see it, man. Milk's been spilled, the die's been cast. Let's finish this up.
Anything that you desire in the universe is an admittance that you don't have it. So don't work out so that they'll like you. You know what I'm saying? They like your body and shit. Because now your desire in the universe is an admittance that you don't have it.
That desire, that desire. You know, you always see like those movies where the devil sells their soul, somebody sells their soul to the devil because they desire something so much. Man, I already have it. I already have it, bro. I'm so. If you get something from it, cool, bro. I'm just centered, man. Am I perfect? No, but I understand this stuff. This stuff resonates with me, man.
Don't work out so that they'll like you. You know what I'm saying? They like your body and shit. Because now you're working out for attention. Don't ever work out for a bitch attention. You want her attraction. And that's what Ron Wills calls your tribe. But everything that you do for self-improvement, do it for you, not for her.
I agree with that.
But you don't have to deal with 5,000 bitches. You don't have to. Wisdom is the best teacher. Let the niggas that are not learning have all of the experiences of bitches that they paying for in many cases. Experience is oftentimes the hardest teacher. Wisdom is the proper application of knowledge. See, the more that you learn women as energy, you learn how to categorize those energies. And from there, you're able to do what? Comprise the types of energies, fuck her body, the types of energies that make up your tribe, or the type of chicks that you dig.
Gotta go past the physical, man. This stuff resonates with me. Man. Let him finish up.
The type of chicks that dig you. Stop looking at bitches like this type of bitch, that type of bitch, this body, that body. Start looking at them as energy. Pick up on their energy. What does their energy say about them?
This is why I keep playing the hit the bottom clip. Screaming out the man's name. Then she knows she coming. And when she coming, she hollering. This stuff right here is all up in her rectum, her uterus. And this will actually bind her. This will actually bind her energy. And we live in a society that deifies. What type of society we live in? A society that has bent the knee to the Jezebel spirit, glorifying whores. And we're expecting the society to thrive. Pedophile island visiting mother suckers running everything, and we consuming the trickle-down effect. What are we expecting here? And it all starts there. You ain't shit. It all starts that coitus. Soul ties, connected to all this. We all fuck the same hoes. Do you think Rick Ross is somehow exclusive from the Epstein Islands and all the motherfuckers? No, they all connected. This is why I talk the way I talk. What do you want? Moral motherfuckers. I talk the way I talk on purpose. What are you after? What are you after? I'm preaching to somebody, bro. This is how I see it. This is how I see it, man. Go out there, bang a bunch of women. You ain't doing it but taking your soul. Even growing up, man, it never computed to me. I grew up around a bunch of hornballs. And yeah, I said before, I'll say it again, there is some slight resentment there because I was on this frequency even back in the 90s. Up there playing Mortal Kombat 2, 94. I was on this frequency back then. I was able to sense these spirits back then. It was just I was gaslit listening to people around me. Not so much to the point where I was actually following trends, but because there was something in me that always rejected this. There's something in me, and I see why. I see why. The Most High kept me. Cats going to clubs and bars. We're going to go in this hotel. We got some hoes coming through, man. This hotel. You want to come? Nope. I don't want nothing to do with that energy. Said before, I'll say it again. What are you after? Because the women that got good energy don't have a bunch of bodies on them. They ain't got a lot of dicks. They ain't out here getting throttled in the streets. Every woman I come across that I like is in a stable marriage. And the ones out here in the street, we all fuck the same hoes. Dealing with Pookie and Chad and all them. But that's what the dudes be coveting. The dudes be coveting whores. Dudes, women they be jerking off to. I'm just rambling if you're still here, man. This stuff resonates with me. No words need to be spoken. That's why I'll be going back and forth with people. I'm living this. I can bear witness to this. So I can't still only believe when somebody have sex yet. This stuff resonates with me, man. This is my philosophy right here. You don't got to do all that. You can read them if you ain't lusting. So I play my boy Psycho Man. I can read you like an open book.
And it's so beautiful, but the more that I look, and the more, what does that energy say about them? I see bitches sometimes, they so beautiful, but the more that I look, and the more that I look, I'm like, oh hell no. This bitch is all the fuck over the place. And a lot of them are. Because they don't have an anchor. Right? That's what a pimp is in a hoe's life. He's an anchor, right? On deck.
I said this story before, I'm going to say it again. You know, I live alone. And I literally had a Jezebel outside my doorstep wanted me to take her to Pound Town. True story. I remember vividly, at the time I was on a certain schedule. I'd work out every day pretty much the same time. And I noticed this little female walking around. She walk around the parking lot just being nosy. And she was walking around the parking lot. And she just happened to see me one day. And I knew immediately what she was about. I could sense her energy. She had a little Latina. She didn't have no ass. No, she had a cute face. And I knew she was a little shit starter because she had a cute face. I knew she was a little simp slayer. And one day, I come outside, about to go work out. She was literally waiting on my stairs outside my apartment. She stood up and was just giving me that look like, wanted me to take her to Pounce. And I easily could have did it. I live alone. Ain't nobody here. But I was like, you got to invite the vampire in. I do fuck. Nope. Sometime later, I'm up there chilling. And I'm hearing something outside my apartment, some argument going on. It was her. And I knew exactly what she was doing. She did that shit on purpose. Arguing with these two simps outside my door. Now, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have did what I did because even though they're simps, some of these simps are strapped. But I got pissed because I knew it was her. And I don't know what her game was, but it pissed me off because they were disturbing my peace. I ain't bothering nobody. So I'm opening the door. What the fuck, man? It was two simps. And I guess she thought, I said the story before, I got new people listening. I guess she thought that I was going to be Mr. Captain Save-A-Ho. She's in the open door. He won't leave me alone. I said, I don't give a fuck. And she was like, I said, take that shit over there. And you know, man, she, and then they ended up calm down. But it was like, bro, and these two little, like I'm 6'4", these two little simps, oh my God, bro. Like she had them wrapped around her finger. One of them, I swear my child, leave me alone. I was like, she got a kid. I was able to sense all that energy. Not even in a casual manner. I'd rather rub my Johnson than smash a lot of these women out here, bro. And that's why I say dudes be like, I'd still fuck. I always got to look at you with the spiritual side eye. What's going on with you spiritually that you smash a woman where we all fuck the same hoes? It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none? Are you kidding me? It ain't no fun unless the homies can't have none. You cats be running trains on it, but I tell you, bro, man, all that stuff was just pew. But I can tell people that dabble in that, men and women alike. I just like hearing my talking points reaffirmed. This stuff is spirit. Move accordingly. I look at women in zeros and ones.
From capsizing. You see what I'm saying? He's direction. He's the captain. You know what I'm saying? He's the set of the sail. Right? Because a woman's emotions is like the Atlantic Ocean. Turbulent as fuck. They need an anchor. When a chick don't...
Think about that. Dudes are basing their whole energy, their whole lifestyle, their whole existence on turbulence. on whichever way the wind is going to blow. And not only that, do it with a badge of honor, like that's just normal.
But she got options, right? You board that ship if you want to, right? Because a woman's emotions is like the Atlantic Ocean, turbulent as fuck. They need an anchor. When a chick don't have an anchor, but she got options, right? You board that ship if you want to. You see what I'm saying? So
and that's what most men getting involved with, women who have options. Not dealing with the man that's anchored. Dealing with the options. And that's, again, I don't remember the percentile, but it was an overwhelming, the majority of women who are married right now, especially the younger generation, they have at least 4 to 5 men just in the back burner. They got 4 or 5 orbiters just there waiting.
Gift is not having a bitch lying next to you. That's for dudes that are empty, who are trying to fill the void within themselves with a warm body lying next to them, next to you. That's for that shit if you want to. You see what I'm saying? So the gift is not having a bitch lying next to you. That's for dudes that are empty, who are trying to fill the void within themselves with a warm body lying next to them.
That doesn't compute to me, man. And again, I attract guys like that. There's nothing you can do that. If that's your mentality and that's how you see it, there's nothing I can do with you there. I can't do nothing for you. If the woman's your end all be all, it's over.
Guys, you can learn women just by studying energy. And with the proper type of energy that you are learning, right, you can pick out the types of energy that might be best suited for you, right? So therefore, when you holler at a chick, or if you speak to a chick, right, then you're talking to chicks within your energy tribe. This is high level game.
High level game. Well, your boy been on it, man. Your boy been on it. Your boy been on it for the longest time. High level, man. I've always known it, man. I just didn't. And this is why I keep talking the way I talk. We all fuck the same hoes. Rich niggas all fuck the same hoes. That video, all them big booty vixens that dudes be selling their souls for. All visiting, dudes who be visiting the Epstein Islands. Go watch that video, how P. Diddy superiors get down. What are you after? What kind of energy are you after? Deal with those dudes. They don't take them seriously. Trickle down effect. She gonna land on some simp's doorstep, procreating, carrying on the programming, sins of the father. Let's finish this up.
And thanks for listening. It's your boy Warren B. You're welcome.
That's pretty much it. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Energy. I talk the way I talk. You moral motherfuckers. There is no God. What does she say? What does she say? Where's she at?
I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. You hit me with the man of God thing. I'm just saying, if that's the first thing that you bring to the table, it's a red flag for me. I'm not saying that if you believe in God that you are a red flag. I also don't give a fuck. So just tell somebody else about it.
Damn right. Moral motherfuckers.
Energy. Not just women, men too. Right there, I talk the way I talk. You can see the similarities. They sound the same. They sound similar. I was at Walmart, speaking of Walmart today. I saw this white dude. He was a quote-unquote Chad. He was kind of, stocky, in shape. Had a little tattoo on his neck and tats and stuff. And the way he was talking, I could tell he downloaded some Pookie energy. The way he was talking, one of those wiggers. But, you know, I could tell he was a man of the world. He had a little female with him. He was a man of the world, probably triple-digit body count, probably quote all the shitty-ass songs. Control-C, Control-V, energy. Energy. And who do these women flock towards in their natural default, the natural energy? Like, who do they flock towards in their natural state? Something to think about. But that's just my 2 cents, man. The milk's been spilled, the die's been cast. All you can do is move accordingly. No words need to be spoken. This stuff is all spirit. That's just my 2 cents. Let me know if y'all got something from it. I just put it out there. Let he who receive, receive. Who are you? What do you want? Survey says one more for the good guys. I'm out, y'all. Latest.